Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Adele Frost, and you can find me at adelefrost.com. So today my video is scheduling for success, and it's through my AFISA Elements programs. We're going to talk today about goal writing, time blocking, time segmenting, and I'm going to show you two different sheets of errands and a to-do list, and then a brain dump sheet. So I use these sheets during my life coaching sessions with my clients. Again, you can look for my services at adelefrost.com. So let me share my screen with you today to show you exactly what I am talking about. I use Adobe Illustrator for these. You can definitely download them through purchase from the Canva app, or if you reach out to me through life coaching and you do life coaching with me, I will be more than happy to share access to the Adobe Illustrator if you have the capability of doing that. But I have taught this to, geez, at this point, I'm proud to say a few hundred people. And forgive me for going back and forth, but it kind of works for everyone. This workshop is most helpful for people that are first starting goal writing and trying to get basic concepts on time blocking and time segmenting. It's usually for folks who are struggling with their schedules, their time management, not sure where to start. I do have a lot of folks with ADHD or with mental blocks that they're not capable of moving on to next levels. So my life coaching has been most effective with these groups, although I will tell you honestly, a lot of my peers have come to my trainings and always get something out of it. So this is my hope for you today. So in this packet, which let me just zoom out so you could see, it's about 33 pages of information. Certainly, if you're watching this video, you can take the concepts and apply them yourself and create your own program. But if you do purchase this, you will get instructions and juicy information for you to apply. Now, my background comes from, I have a master's in rehab psychology. My hats have been a behaviorist, a developmental specialist, and currently a case manager coordinating supports and services for folks with different abilities. So I also have been pursuing personal development for quite some time. I am a Lifebook leader, and I did serve on the Lifebook platform as the Life Vision champion. So out of that, I've been developing sheets and forms and trainings for folks to benefit from. Now, this form actually is next steps part of masteries within my life coaching business that takes off from where Lifebook Mastery leaves off. You won't find a lot of this information in that. So I catapulted an easier transition once that personal development program is over, launching into more mastery thereafter. So a bit of repeat for folks who don't know what Lifebook is. We go through 12 categories of life, which is health and fitness, intellect, emotional, character, spirituality, love relationships, parenting, social life, financial, career, your quality of life, and life vision. And in this packet, in this form, I do use that methodology of the 12 different categories of life. And when you're life coaching with me, I do talk to you about these 5 different category, or not 5 different areas, the 5 different years relative to how you're planning out your life vision through the 12 different categories that have been identified. So this sheet helps you to narrow down from what we speak of all your ideas up in your head through a funnel of focus down to a 1-year time frame so that we can develop a plan for this upcoming year for you to develop strategies, goals, strategies, to go to next levels. And whatever your dreams and hopes and wishes are, this is the plan to get you from point A to point Z, and that journey in between. Okay, so once you discern really over the course of the 5 years, all the different categories, and what you want to focus on for just this year, we move to the year and we look at the 12 categories and divide your goals up into each quarter and what we're going to work on. Now, the first quarter, usually I tell people to just start in January. January, February, March is your first quarter. April, May, June is your second quarter. Third quarter is going to be July, August, September. And of course, the fourth quarter is the end of the year, October, November, December. Now, if you start your program mid-year, just go to the second or the third quarter. All right. It really doesn't matter when you start, so long as you start. And getting it down on paper imperfectly is better than never getting anything on this piece of paper. All right. So we start with, okay, what are we working on this year? And this is what I refer to as a generalized CVPS sheet. It's called a category, vision, purpose, and strategy sheet. And we look at each of the 12 categories. And from this year, what your vision is, why you want to do these things, and generalized strategies that you can work on every day this year, okay? Or plot them throughout the week or throughout the month, depending on how you write your strategies. Now, I'm going to skip over this because eventually how we write our strategies, we will be able to create our weekly schedule for success. But when I talk to you about the generalized way of writing your CVP sheet or CVPS sheet, we have to narrow it down a little bit because I want you to be very clear on what you are actually trying to achieve. And the best way to do that on an elementary level is through the smarter way of writing goals. Now, Adele Frost, what is the smarter way of writing goals? I'm going to blow this up for you. It is specific and concise strategies that you're writing. So when you're coming up with a goal, is the strategy specific to your end goal? Is it measurable? Can you count or calculate a percentage? Is the strategy quantifiable? Is it attainable? Can you learn how to get to your goal? Do you have the means to obtain your skills? Is it realistic? Is this within your ability or even achievable? Is it time keyed? Is there a deadline? How often is the strategy happening? Is it exciting? Is it something that you really want to do? Does it bring you joy? And relevancy. Does it fit into your interests, your desires, or your circumstances? So for this workshop / video for you, the examples for today's purposes, just 3 easy ones, so that you gain a better understanding on how to write smarter goals. Now, one of my categorical goals is to weigh 125 pounds. I got 5 pounds, almost 7 pounds, let's say 7 pounds left, but I'm getting there, okay? And if I say to you, well, the reason why I want to lose weight is to decrease stress, and I also want to increase my longevity. So I want to live longer in life, right? And I said, okay, Generally, I just want to exercise. Is that going to give you enough information for you to be able to self-apply if you were having a life coaching session with me? Probably not. So we need to narrow down that strategy, right? Would you gain a better understanding if I said to you, well, the way that I'm trying to lose weight is exercising 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes while listening to audibles for 3 consecutive months. Now, if I apply that to the smarter way of writing goals, we can say that, is this more specific than just, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight by working out? Yes, it is much more clear and specific. Is it measurable? Yes. You know that I'm exercising 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes. Attainable? Yeah, I can definitely do that. Although I just had bunion surgery, so I am working on exercising in different ways. But as I gain my health and strength, going back and exercising by walking and running or going to the gym, I can change my strategy within this strategy based on my skill level. Okay. If I even wanted to get more specific, I can say I exercise by walking or going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes while listening to audibles for 3 consecutive months. Your clarity and your specificity is going to help you to narrow down your strategy and get very clear. Did I get my check mark or did I not get my check mark? Okay. So is it realistic? Yes. Is it time keyed? Yes. You know that for 30 minutes I'm doing it and I'm doing it for 3 consecutive months. Okay. Is it exciting? I made it exciting by listening to my audibles. Is it relevant? Does it fit into my interest, my desire, and my circumstance? Absolutely, because I want to weigh that 125 pounds. It is totally relevant towards losing weight. Okay. Let's use another example in a different category. Now, I have the emotional category here, and my vision is to become more emotionally intelligent. And the reason why is because at work, doing what I do, I get stressed. I don't want to take it out on others. So what I do as a strategy is when other clients of mine or their caregivers come up to me, I take pause and breathe and pause and process what they're saying. Now, usually I am the mediator with the roles that I play. So I do need to take that time to listen and process and also creatively and positively proceed in answering the individual or guiding the individual or supporting the individual each interaction each day. And my goal is 90% of the time for 3 consecutive months. And I give myself that 10% because sometimes, it doesn't go 100% emotionally intelligent, but I'm a human. I will give myself that 10% error factor. So success for me is at 90% of the time. My interactions are going to be positive. Now, is this specific? So my day can change from only meeting 3 people a day to 30 people a day. So when I'm calculating this strategy, I'm kind of taking into consideration the amount of people that I'm interacting with, and that definitely can be written into the strategies. So in respect to the amount of interactions I have per day, when others are upset, I pause, breathe, pause, process, proceed positively 90% of the time each day for 3 consecutive months. Is that specific? Yes. Is it measurable? Yes. Is it attainable? Yeah, for the most part. Yep. I have definitely been increasing my emotional intelligence on a daily basis. Is it realistic? Yep, for the most part. Time keyed, is there a deadline? Yeah, I've been doing it. I want to do it 90% of the time for 3 consecutive months each day. Is it exciting for me? Sometimes it's not, I will be honest, because a lot of the interactions are problem solving and negotiating and mediating between team members. So yes, it can be exciting, but sometimes it's hard work. But is it relevant? Absolutely. I'm advocating for my individual to get the best supports and services, and that really is what is near and dear to my heart. So of course it is exciting and relevant in that regard. Switching gears, let's go to another example for the category of spirituality. So I believe I am supported by God, universe, and I give gratitude and grace and thanks for everything that I have in my life right now. And the purpose for spirituality and meditating every day is that during my time here on earth, I definitely want to honor what has been given to me and how I can impact others. So one way that I can serve my purpose, or one of my purposes in life, is through meditating. Now, I will give a shout out to Vishen Lakhiani. His 6 phase is what I use every single day. And my strategy is to use that 6 phase in the morning, primarily. If I can't do it in the morning for some reason, I will try to do it in the afternoon or the evening. But I do that meditation between 3 minutes to 30 minutes every day for 3 consecutive months. So my percentage is usually 100%, or it's definitely within the 95, 100% time frame. But I keep my strategy in there because I do want to remind myself and give myself credit that, hey, if I only had 3 minutes to meditate and I went through the first 3 of the 6 phases of Vishen Lakhiani's 6 phase in meditation, which are, the first phase is sending out compassion to all of you and anybody that I cross paths with. The second is giving gratitude for everything that is in my life. The third phase is forgiving myself and forgiving others. If I can do those 3 things in the morning, I will give myself a check mark. Now, interesting enough, I do have that goal of doing the 6 phase. So I do make every effort on a daily basis to do that. And the second half is to go through my future dreams and what my life vision is and how I want to obtain that. What does it look like when I obtain that? What does it look like when I have it and I'm living it? So I dream and I envision and I manifest that to me. Through the 5th way of doing that is through the perfect day and taking action of what I'm supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis to obtain my life vision. And how I do that, shout out to Brenda Bouchard, is the high performance planner. So I go through that daily planner every single day. I also use the strategy within this meditation of making sure that I, on Saturday or Sunday, plan that week for success for my perfect days. And with that daily planner, altering the day and shifting it if something pops up that I'm not in control of and I have to reprioritize. But at least I can look within my daily planner and try to squeak in my own life vision, life vision strategies so that I can get closer to my life vision every single day through steps. Okay. And following this exact workshop and everything that's within it. So how we do this is by then taking all of these strategies and putting them into our weekly calendar. So on Saturday or Sunday, you literally are planning for the upcoming week. Now, this is the current week where the workshop is being done, and you will see a number of different things that are incorporated in here, okay? And I will readily admit, because I have just had surgery, the workout thing, I did not plot in here, but I am continuing to drink water and eating healthy during my rehab time. And I also am still listening to my Audible books. So if I wanted to take the time to incorporate that into my weekly schedule, what I would do, let's say for these time frames, I could use this as the time frame to listen to my audibles. Now, I am drinking water, eating healthy. This is my time frame for snacks. And when I will, or sometimes dinner, when I will do that and listen to audibles at the same time, I can actually put in the color blue. So I am eating healthy. And stacking. This is stacking. So I'm eating and listening to audibles while I'm doing that. And if my snack is a little bit quick, and I've set aside either a half hour or an hour to listen to my audibles, I can multitask and maybe wash dishes at the same time. Okay. But this is time blocking. And this would be the time frame. If you look here, 3 o'clock, that I'm putting in to listen to my audibles. I'm eating my snack during this time frame, and then I am listening to my audibles. I can also say that I'm cleaning if need be. The emotional category, if you look here, I color-coded some of these categories, and vision and purpose and strategy is, remember, I said I was going to pause, breathe, pause, process, and proceed positively. Now, we could definitely track percentages with this, and with some folks, I do recommend that, but life does definitely get in the way sometimes. So as long as you feel as if you are making progress in an area, especially with your emotional intelligence, and you realize that you're not using negative words, that you're presenting information in a more positive way, it's showing or knowing that you have that progress. Now, you can journal as a way to document your success. And what I find with emotional intelligence, a lot of folks who are journaling, either in the high performance planner, or if they are just taking notice through their writings, whether it's in their calendar, on these weekly sheets, or in a percentage data sheet, as long as there's progress being made. But it's this notation on a weekly basis of reminding yourself at work to pause, breathe, pause, process the information and listen, and then proceed positively. So it is a choice on how you are measuring your smarter way of writing goals and tracking your data. And I'm not a stickler so much with those data sheets. I just want to see progress, and I want to see some emotional intelligence progress within sessions. So I do encourage you to think, how are you going to track your progress, whether it's going to be anecdotal through journaling, or whether it's going to be more formal data collection on a data collection sheet. The other example I wanted to just point out is the spiritual piece of meditating, okay? And on this sheet, you will see in the morning, for the most part, and it's been pretty spot on this week, that I will, as my alarm clock goes off in the morning, I will begin my meditation. And as I do my daily planner, I will continue that 6 phase of meditating. Okay. Now, sometimes I will do it without looking at my daily planner because I've gotten good enough to know what the next day's tasks are, because I will look at my daily planner just at the end of the night and say, okay, I'm getting ready. What's on tomorrow's agenda? I just want to be prepared. I maybe need to tweak some things. So that 6 phase is accomplished before I start my workday. Okay. And that has been very helpful in being able to move through time blocking and time segmenting. So if you look, all of these blocks are considered time blocking. Now, when you look within a time block here of the Paper Fascinator, which is one of my businesses, you will see examples of time segmenting. So within this time frame of, I think it's 3 hours or a little shy of 3 hours, okay? These are the tasks for this upcoming week that I am working on. And you see the examples different in different days, but other days you'll see repeats because I'm working on the same things over and over again. Now, Adele, does this think that seems like a lot and you have no flexibility within this? Nope, I'm going to say I empower you and give you the strength to be able to move and shift whatever you need to prioritize. So if you cannot get something done, just flip it and save it to another day. The key philosophy is progress in making steps every single day. So if it took you a little bit longer today to complete something, that's success. You were working towards progress in completing something. It doesn't mean you don't get a check mark. It just means that it's taking you a little bit longer to complete what you initially thought you wanted to complete within that specific time frame. So just carry over those time segments and into another time block. We're just looking to complete those tasks, right? But within those time frames, that is the time dedicated to complete those tasks. Okay. So within this, I do want to talk to you a little bit about this sheet, okay, which is the time segmenting sheet. And this exercise has been very helpful when I'm teaching time segmenting. So when you are thinking about 1 hour increments, I want you to think about 15-minute increments within the 60 minutes, okay? And this is a very good example. So I had talked to you about the Paper Fascinator. With my staff, when she arrives at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, I train her for the first 15 minutes on, during her shift, what is she supposed to be working on? As soon as she feels comfortable on what her responsibilities are for the day, I'm ordering products. I'm doing Pinterest posts and I'm probably doing a run to the post office. Okay, so that's really how I am time segmenting that 1 hour block. Okay, let's switch gears and let's go to maybe spring cleaning and you only have an hour. What do you want to do? Do you want to take 4 tasks and break them down into 15-minute increments? Or do you want to just do 2 tasks within the 1 hour time frame? Do you want 4 hours of spring cleaning and dedicate every hour to a different task? 1 hour for dusting the walls, 1 hour for moving boxes out of a bedroom or, a basement, cleaning the refrigerator, or going through your closet and donating bags of clothes. How long of a time block are you dedicating for these tasks? And within that time block, how are you segmenting the amount of time for each of these tasks? Let's pick another time segment block, okay? If I told you your schedule is completely free for the next hour, what would you do? And don't tell me you're going to waste your time scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, okay? For self-care, what would you like to do? Now, for self-care, I do usually within a 1 hour time frame, I will pick up the house. I'm just compelled to do that for 15 minutes, but I limit myself for 15 minutes because I want to do something for me. So I may paint my toenails or get my nails done or curl my hair or call a friend. Or frankly, really what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my teacup and I'm going to get a book and I'm going to probably read for that 1 hour. So your challenge is what do you want to do for that 1 hour? Okay, let's go back up to these sheets. Now, some folks tell me, Adele, there is no way I can put 1 year of everything that I'm working on onto this sheet. And I'm not even going through all those different categories. There's some categories I don't even want to touch. This is true. I'm going to admit to you, out of these 12 different categories, typically most of my folks that I'm working with life coaching, they're only picking maybe 3 to 5 categories because that's what they're focused on. You know, they're for one reason or another, they just are prioritizing those as their overriding goals or their foundational goals that they want to work on this upcoming year, which is perfect because with one category, the realism is that you're going to have a lot of strategies over them. So what I have done in this packet is develop CVPS sheets for each category. And this is much more realistic for folks when they're working with me because let's take health and fitness, for example. People are usually working on their diet. They're usually working on exercise, going to the doctors, researching new supplements. They're looking for some ways of increasing longevity for life, living longer life. They may want to search some recipes. They may want to belong to a different organization or a gym, but never took time to actually do that. In this category, there's some accountability buddies that you may want to connect with, either a health coach or a group that's really going to become a gym buddy that's motivating to get you to the gym or to exercise in a class. So there may be up to 20 strategies in 1 year that you're just trying to set yourself up with. Now, 20 strategies, one category, Adele. Yes, it can be done. And the reason why is the one and dones. Just like signing up for the gym. You do that once and it's done. Now, it doesn't mean that you just sign up for the gym and you never go to the gym. Okay. So another strategy may be going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, right? That is where the effort and the initiative and the energy comes from. All right. And the motivation to get you there. That's what you're working on during the year. So these one and dones can be done very quickly sometimes. And then you really narrow down on the quarterly sheet. Okay, I did my one and done at the beginning in January of signing up to go to the gym, but now I got to work on getting myself to the gym. All right. So I did make all these CVPS sheets for every single category that you'll find. There's also other sheets within this packet. If you have ideas and you're working with different accountability partners, different mentors, me as a life coach or any other life coach, as you're moving through the year and as you're considering these categories and developing your goals, and you come up with like a really good idea that, oh, I don't want to lose that, write it down, just jot it down, put it into your binder, catalog, fire folder, your high performance planner, I don't care, but keep track because it's something that you may want to revert to for next year or next quarter and take on as a strategy to go that next level. Okay. So a couple of more sheets here. This is a good one that I find almost everyone uses, this or Post-it notes. And I just created this from my own personal interest. You could certainly create your own brain dump sheet, but my brain dump sheet usually is books to read, meal options, any kind of new ideas that I may have for upcoming workshops that I put on the Lifebook platform or now onto YouTube or on adelefrost.com. I'm constantly looking into researching new ideas, just random thoughts or notes that I want to make. My Amazon orders, I always have to kind of make a list on. And then any other websites that maybe I just started Rise, which is like that mud water, so mushroom tea. That's something that I've been looking into and doing some comparison pricing and ended up going with Rise. So, so things that you need to buy or things to think about. Your to-do list, website passwords, if you look into a new website, okay? This sheet is definitely beneficial for folks that I've worked with. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I do give you some explanations on time segmenting. I do give you more explanations on goal writing and how to consider basic guidelines for planning for the week and the different categories to consider throughout the week or throughout the year that you're working on. And that's pretty much it. I'm just super excited that you spent the time to get to the end of this video for you. If you are interested in life coaching with me, please look into adelefrost.com. So ADELE Frost, FROST.com, and look into my different programs. I've got virtual programs and classes that you could take on Kajabi. I'm working on my second book, so you can look into that. Please sign up for sales, promotions, new products that I'm presenting out there. And like I said, I would love to take you to the next level with my life coaching sessions. So I am hoping our paths will cross. And thank you very much for looking into Aphiza Elements. I appreciate it.